Hello everyone! Today I'll show you the Onion Skin tool. This tool lets you see previous and next animation frames as ghost or overlay images while keyframing. First, open the Animation File Switch tool shelf. Click this button. Usually, it doesn't appear in the bottom animation toolbar by default. Just click here, and it shows up below. You can switch between Chinese and English display here. The first button is Anim Ghost. Click it to activate. Normally, it uses the last animation you worked on. Select your character, then click Setup. It appears on the character. For example, switch to this cube. Now the ghost is on the cube. Let's demonstrate with this character. The buttons on the panel. First button toggles between solid 3D model look and flat planar display. Checked equals flat. Unchecked equals solid. Like this. Next section has vertical sliders. Drag them up or down with the mouse to adjust the brightness or fade of previous or next frames. You can also drag left or right for finer control. If the effect looks wrong, switch to diffuse mode. It defaults to showing one frame before and one after. Click All to show all previous and next frames up to 10 by default. Now it displays the full 10 frames before and after. The 2 means show every second frame, 3 equals every third frame, etc. Here, you can toggle which directions are active, enable or disable previous or next frames. Click All to enable everything. Click X to disable all. This slider controls the overall brightness or fade of all ghost frames. The top buttons. For example, S is for symmetry, left or right mirror. If you adjust one side, click S, and it mirrors the settings symmetrically. Default resets to asymmetric. If you only adjusted one side, click Mirror Left Right or Mirror Right Left to copy one side to the other. Mirror swaps left and right completely. Enable all frames again. This is the current look. Click Mirror. Now left and right are swapped. See the mirrored effect. Back to default. This button turns off all future frames, disables ghosts after the current frame. You can also disable past frames the same way, or enable only one direction. This button changes the ghost color. For example, change the future frames to a different color. Refresh manually if needed. Now future frames appear in the new color. Makes it easier to distinguish past and future. Like this, much clearer. Now let's look at the display modes below. We'll use this character for a clearer demo, since it has keyframes. Normal is the default mode. Ghosts appear normally. Make past frames darker for contrast. Past frames equals purple. Future equals orange. Loop mode. Click Setup again after enabling loop. In loop mode, when you reach the end, for example, frame 70, Instead of stopping, it continues by showing frame 0 again. Go back to frame 0. Frame 70's ghost appear. It loops the animation visually. That's loop mode. Normally future frames orange disappear after the last key. But in loop, after frame 70, frame 0 reappears as a ghost. Fade mode, ghosts fade out gradually. As frames get farther, they become more transparent. Orange future ghosts fade sequentially. They don't jump to the front. Purple past ghosts also fade. No looping ghosts vanish as they move away. Past ghosts appear only when you're close to frame 0. Keyframe mode only shows ghosts at actual keyframes. Ghosts appear only where keys exist. No ghosts on in-between frames. In normal mode, ghosts appear on every frame interpolated. In keyframe mode, only at keys. This mode shows predicted positions, even on non-keyed frames. For example, frame-by-frame display no keys here, but ghosts still show the interpolated path. Even without a key on frame 3, it predicts and shows where it would be. Every frame gets a ghost based on interpolation. Very useful for seeing smooth motion, even without keys. Switch to keyframe mode. Ghosts only appear at actual keyframes. No ghosts on in-betweens. Only when you hit a key, the ghost shows up. Back to normal. Ghosts on every frame again. This keyframe position means before reaching the next key, the previous frame fades out. The next one is solid. After arriving at this key, the one before becomes faint again. Previous and next are solid. In fade mode, ghosts fade gradually in both directions. As you scrub forward, older ghosts slowly disappear. At this frame, previous equals purple, next equals orange. Move forward, previous turns purple, next becomes orange. This gives a very clear view of the motion path. You can see the trajectory of previous frames. Full motion trail is visible because it's frame by frame, not just keyframes. You get a much better sense of the animation flow. Enable Auto Key. Move the model. Set a key. The ghosts update in real time. The entire trail adjusts instantly to your changes. Real-time feedback while keyframing. This makes previewing and refining animation much easier. That's the Onion Skin tool. Thanks for watching.